a vegetarian pizza and a butter chicken pizza. Everything non-conventional. I've taken about 2.5 cups of mixed flour. This is all-purpose flour and whole wheat flour, half and half. I've added 1.5 teaspoon of salt. Mix it well. And here I have 2 cups of water with 1 packet of rapid rise yeast, which I have mixed and kept for about 10 minutes. It's bloomed. Now I'm going to add it and mix it till it's a nice and sticky dough. Today I'm preparing a very unconventional pizza. The vegetarian one could be traditional, but the cheeses are not. This dough is going to be a little sticky and it will be easy to spread, and the pizzas come out really well. I have added about 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning as well. This will flavor the dough and it will not be bland. I'm also going to add about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Mix it well and make sure it doesn't stick on the sides anymore. Divide the dough in 2 parts because we're making 2 different pizzas, and I'm going to take it out in a bowl and cover it with a cling wrap. Allow this to rise. Apply about a teaspoon of olive oil on both the dough so the crust doesn't dry out as it rises. Let's work on the cheese. I have Amul cheese. This is a brick and I'm going to go ahead and grate it. And I'll also show you how to store the balance of this cheese. In a Ziploc bag, take the portion that's unused, sprinkle a tablespoon of cornstarch, mix it well and keep it in your fridge. It's good to go. It won't spoil unless you touch it with wet hands, and it stores very well. I've portioned out 2 cups of cheese, 1 for each pizza. Set it aside and let's work on the first one. I'm greasing the pie pan here, and make sure you grease the sides as well. Now we'll take one of the dough. It is nicely risen. So put the whole thing on this pie pan and with clean hands spread it till every corner. Try to keep the thickness as even as possible. I have a little bit of butter chicken left over, and this is an ideal dish to prepare when you have restaurants to go as well. So first layer is going to be Amul cheese, and I'm going to place the chicken on each of the corners so that it comes in every bite. Spread the gravy over it, and then we will add fresh garlic. This will add a lot of taste to the pizza. I love garlic, that's just why I'm adding. If you don't want to do, you don't have to. Now top it up with some cheese, and this is the balance of the portioned out Amul cheese. Now I also like to use Coteja cheese. This is a Mexican cheese and it melts really well. The taste of this cheese is just amazing. Sprinkle a little bit of Italian seasoning, and this pizza is ready to get into the oven. I have preheated my oven at 400 degrees and I'm going to bake it for 20 minutes. Let's work on the other pizza, which is for me, the vegetarian one. Now I'm taking out the dough in a rectangular pan in which I want a thin crust. I don't want a heavy crust. Sprinkle 1 layer of Amul cheese on it, and now I'm going to slice some bell peppers and onions. Use the mandolin slicer, be careful with your fingers. Then stack the bell peppers and stack the onions and just cut them in half. You get some nice pieces, and these will not be very big. It will not just ooze out on your lips and burn your lips. Here is marinara sauce, which is what I'm going to use. I don't want too saucy, so a little bit goes a long way, and just spread it with the back of the ladle. Sprinkle another layer of the balance of Amul cheese, which I have, and a generous portion of crushed garlic. This adds a lot of taste. I love garlic in my pizza, especially the fresh ones. And here you go. Just sprinkle as much as little as you want. I always like a build your own pizza, and this is my version of it. I have bell peppers, the onions, and lots of jalapenos, the pickled ones. That's my preference, all-time preference, I would say. So add it as much as you or as little as you like. And now top it up with coteja cheese, a generous portion of it, end to end. Add a sprinkle of Italian seasoning. This is just going to elevate the taste of this pizza even more. Pizzas are always kids' favorite, and here you can see how the butter chicken pizza, the crust is nicely risen and it's become like a pie and it's bubbling away, forming a nice and golden crust. Let me show you the butter chicken pizza, and I'm going to take it out and put it on a flat pizza oven so that the crust will become nice and crisp. Now the pizza is almost ready. I had baked it for 20 minutes and an additional 3 minutes. Let's pop the vegetarian pizza in the oven and set a timer for 20 minutes. Check out the crust. It's nice and golden and crisp. I'm going to go ahead and cut the slices, but before that you can see my son, who's impatient, trying to rip off some cheese from here and there. This combination of cheese is very delicious. Amul cheese is always our favorite, and with the mix of coteja cheese, this just is unbelievable. So here goes half the pizza. He's enjoying it, and you can see how the vegetarian pizza is cooking. Cooking the pizza in a pan like this is very good for the top, but the crust will not crisp up. So it's always nice to pull it out on a pizza sheet like this and bake it for additional 3 to 4 minutes to your desired crispness. Now I'm cutting the pizza in rectangles. This is an easier way to cut it and serve. I personally like this style of pizza than the circular pizza. It's just my preference. This pizza came out really well. The sides are nice and crispy. The cheese is melted well, and I'm having a fun lunch on a nice weekend. I hope you loved this recipe of mine. Like and subscribe my channel. Follow me on Instagram and let me know how your pizzas turned out.